about to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. I am team reporter Casey Phillips here with senior writer and editor Scott Smith. We are here for Game Day Live. We're getting you guys ready with everything you need to know leading up to kickoff. This is the first of 3 pregame shows we're going to have coming to you all during warm-ups here before kickoff. So this first one, we wanted to start by talking about some of the young guns that are out here, that even though we're getting towards the end of the season and maybe they don't consider themselves rookies anymore, a lot of these rookies have been asked to step into some very big, important roles this year and have done so with a lot of success.
Yeah, Casey, obviously the next 4 games are what everybody's focused on right now, but you can also look a little bit to the future and have some hope from what some of these rookies are doing with their first shot at playing in the NFL. They've made a ton of contributions. Rashad White and Cade Otton lead the league in rookies in receptions at their positions. Jake Camarda's been killing the ball, 14 punts of 60-plus yards. Ko Kieft is our leading tackler on special teams, just blowing guys up and making 10 tackles. And just last week, Devin Tompkins took over the kick return job, and all he did was return a 54-yard kickoff, the longest one for the Bucs in 10 years.
Incredible. And then I know the offensive line, there have been some hot and cold moments, and there's been a lot of injuries and a lot of things changing about it all year. It's been an interesting year for that group. But, man, they're still really hanging in there and protecting Brady in so many situations. Tell us about some of the stats that stand out to you about what this offensive line has done.
Well, you know, they played the last couple of games without Tristan Wirfs, and that'll be true again today, unfortunately. Yet somehow in that last game against San Francisco and a very good defensive front, Tom Brady dropped back 55 times and wasn't sacked once. So the Buccaneers have done that 14 times in the regular season since Tom Brady got here. There's been some changes, as you said, but 14 games without allowing their quarterback to be sacked in the last 3 seasons. That's easily the most in the league.
All right, well, as always, we're going to close out this first pregame show with our 2-minute drill. That is where I ask Scott as many questions as I can in 2 minutes. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, let's throw up that clock, and here we go. So first up, who has the most fantasy upside today?
I would go with Chris Godwin. He has at least 5 catches in 10 straight games, which is, you know, a baseline of a good number of points right there. But he's also going to be playing a lot in the slot, and the Bengals nickel corner, Mike Hilton, is out for this game.
Okay, so is along those same lines, who would you say is the biggest offensive matchup, meaning for our offense against their defense?
I think it's time for a big Mike Evans game, so he's going to be matched up either against Eli Apple, or who's been around a little bit, or a Cam Taylor-Britt, who's a rookie. This could be finally a time where Tom Brady and Mike Evans hook up on some big plays.
All right, so let's flip to the other side of the ball. Biggest matchup, our defense against their offense.
Well, I would say because of some guys that are injured in the front, Anthony Nelson is getting a whole lot of playing time. He's a guy we need to make some plays off the edges, so against either one of their tackles, because he'll flip sides from time to time.
If you were to predict the number of touchdowns that Brady's going to throw, what would that be? Or maybe his completion percentage? What are the things that you would predict there for his numbers?
We got so used to Tom Brady throwing 3 or 4 touchdown passes a game in 2020 and 2021. Offense hasn't been able to produce at that same level this year, but I think this is a game, 3 touchdown passes for Tom Brady.
Okay, so you talked about who you hope ends up with one of those. Who would you say is going to end up with the first touchdown of the game?
I think it'll be Rashad White. Mike Evans or Chris Godwin will make a big play to get the ball near the goal line, and then Rashad punches it in.
Okay, you've talked about him. You talked about Mike and Chris. Who would you say is going to have the most receiving yards on the team?
Well, if Mike Evans can hit the big play, even though Chris Godwin will probably have more catches, Mike Evans will end up with more yards.
All right, we'll close with this one. Devin Tompkins, do you think he has a longer than 20-yard return?
He looked like he was close to breaking multiple kicks and punts last week, so I don't think 20 is out of the question. Yes, I go yes to that one.
Okay, and then we'll squeeze another one in. Do you think we see him on offense?
25%. Coach says they will use him. That doesn't necessarily mean it'll be this game or a bunch of plays, but they're going to find a way to use his speed.
Oh, got it right in there, right before the clock expires. All right, that's going to do it for us on Game Day Live. Again, we have 2 more pregame shows that we're going to be bringing to you before kickoff. For now, we want to make sure you guys know how to take advantage of that Buccaneers app. Hey, Bucs fans, join the crew and make sure you have the latest version of the official app of the 2-time Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have some exciting features to keep you connected to your favorite team wherever you are. Personalize your experience by turning on notifications for breaking Bucs news, game day alerts, and promotions tailored to your needs. View exclusive streaming content, game highlights, play game day bingo, and more. Use the app to manage your season pass account, and on game day, get even more benefits. Access your secure digital tickets. View stadium maps to find the nearest concessions and restrooms. Use your Bucs crew card and order food from your seats. Climb aboard. Download the updated official Buccaneers app today.